What is up, my fellow endonauts? Let's discuss the new product from Nootropics Depot called Tribugen. So Tribugen was created to give you a physical and mental boost. Some of the ingredients is really helpful for increasing your DHT, specifically helping with that masculine energy. So in this video, I'm going to discuss each ingredient to show you exactly how effective it is and if it's really a good product or not. So let's dive in. The first ingredient is Tribugen terrestris, and they used a 20% protodioscin. So it's 200 milligrams per dose, giving you 40 milligrams of protodioscin. And when you look at all of the other studies where they use Tribugen terrestris, or at least the good studies with Tribugen, and they did specify the protodioscin, it was on average around 100 to 120 milligrams of protodioscin per day. So this is only 40 milligrams, but they have a second ingredient with more protodioscin, so that's fine. All right, so we know that they are using a powerful Tribugen extract, which is fantastic, and the protodioscin has been shown to increase DHT levels. It's kind of one of the main benefits. It's an aphrodisiac, helps with exercise recovery, increases your energy, bunch of good stuff. So it's been shown to increase DHEA and DHT levels, lowers prolactin, enhances energy, stamina, and libido, and monoamine oxidase A inhibitor. And so that enzyme breaks down serotonin and norepinephrine. So it's not the protodioscin that inhibits that enzyme, it's some of the other ingredients in Tribugen, like harmine. And depending on the harmine contents in Tribugen, the more you will get that effect. And so if you get too much serotonin and norepinephrine, this is when it will cause an excessive amount of irritation and frustration, irritability, for example. And so they tried many different Tribugen to find the real one that didn't have that excessive overstimulation effect of Tribugen, while still having some of those effects, but not the excessive ones. This is some of the benefits of Tribugen. Here was a human study where they used 750 milligrams of Tribugen, around 100 milligrams of protodioscin. And you can see that the DHEA tripled from a 4 to a 12, DHT increased from 470 to almost 600, prolactin dropped from 17 to 7 in a very nice range in 84 days. So it does help to increase your DHEA and DHT levels. So one of my suspicions is, like, although protodioscin stimulates 5-alpha reductase, there will not be much of an increase in DHT if also DHEA does not increase. So you want to make sure that when you use Tribugen, that you test for your DHEAs that going up, and then also my DHT. And so if DHT is not going up or DHA not going up, this is when you can supplement additional DHA to make sure you have that precursor to convert into DHT. All right, so but too much can be too much. And so this is specifically, as I mentioned, to the harmine content. So harmine is a 5-alpha oxidase A inhibitor, and this one breaks down serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine, and tyramine. And then the monoamine oxidase B breaks down dopamine. So if you inhibit the B, this is when you get more dopamine. If you inhibit A, you get more serotonin and norepinephrine, more of the drive and irritability aspect. Then they also have this Dioscorea, which also contains a significant amount of protodioscin, or at least diosgenin. So they contain about 40 milligrams of protodioscin. So if you take the Tribugen, which is 40 milligrams, and you take this Dioscorea, you have another 40 milligrams, so now you have 80 milligrams of protodioscin, which is very close to the 100 milligrams of protodioscin that they used in the studies. And so if you look at this structure, and then also this structure, the one on the left is protodioscin. The one on the left is diosgenin, which is one of the active ingredients in this wild yam product. And if you looked on the right, you can see it has the same structure here in the middle, but it has these sugar molecules attached at the end. So it's more a bulky molecule. That's most likely, the sugar molecules are most likely cleaved off in the gut, leaving you with the diosgenin core that then increases DHEA and DHT. So now you have diosgenin that increases DHEA, and you have the protodioscin that stimulates 5-alpha reductase. This should be a very nice mix for increasing DHEA and also DHT. And then you have diosgenin and DHEA. You can see their structures are also very similar. There's no real evidence to suggest how diosgenin increases DHEA. Maybe it stimulates the production of it, maybe it converts into it. No one is really sure, but the structures are extremely similar. Here are some of the studies looking at wild yam and increasing levels of serum DHEA and serum DHT. So the top graphs graph A is from the wild yam extract on serum DHEA. And then also you have this B is supplemental DHEA. So you can see that the wild yam is almost just as effective at increasing DHEA as actual supplemental DHEA. The same for increasing DHT. So here was a study that they used with the wild yam containing 20 milligrams of diogenin. Now remember, they have 40 milligrams of diogenin in this product. So 20 milligrams, as you can see, they had one study in athletes. They did resistance training with placebo, resistance training with diogenin. And you can see that serum DHEA increased massively with only 20 milligrams of diogenin. Serum free testosterone took a massive increase. And then serum DHT also about doubled in these athletes using diogenin. So it is very effective at increasing DHEA, free testosterone, and DHT. Now imagine if you're using 40 milligrams of diogenin, the effects will be so much stronger. And here was another study looking at the anabolism. They used 2 grams of wild yam containing about 20 milligrams of diogenin. And you have sedentary placebo, sedentary diogenin, resistance training placebo, and resistance training diogenin. So you can see even in the sedentary group, diogenin increased this anterior femoris muscle thickness. So it was anabolic even in the sedentary group. It had the best effect in the resistance training group. So chances are if you use this supplement with training, you will get the greatest increase in muscle growth compared to just training alone. And also here was the posterior femoris muscle thickness. So there's another muscle, and you can also see that it was really effective at increasing that muscle thickness as well. So diogenin seems to be anabolic as well. So that's just really great. The third ingredient that they used is fenugreek. So they used 200 milligrams of fenugreek with 3% trigonella and 1% protodioscin. Fenugreek is not really here for giving you more DHT. It's more so to take the edge off the tribulus. Like there's a very nice synergy between using the strong tribulus, which is very stimulating, and then the fenugreek, which helps you with more like chilling out from that excessive dose or from a high dose of tribulus. But from the studies that I've seen, and I've compiled them here in the graph for you on the right, you can see that fenugreek is also helpful for increasing testosterone in 2 different extents. You have these at the bottom, you can see like different extracts. You have the graysunin, the testofen, furosap, the fenugreek glycoside, and so on. Like you have different extracts, all of which can actually help to increase your testosterone. So chances are that the fenugreek that I have in this product can actually help to increase your testosterone. And when you have more testosterone can convert into DHT. These 3 ingredients can help to increase your testosterone, DHEA, free testosterone, and DHT. So all 3 ingredients so far is really good. Some people might say like, but doesn't fenugreek inhibit DHT? So here was a study, this was the only study on fenugreek, the effect of purported aromatase and 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. And so this was, the supplement that used was fenugreek. But as you can see from the hormones, no significant interaction effect transpired over 8-week study for free testosterone or DHT. So even though they say that it's a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, fenugreek does not lower DHT. Then the other one that they used is mung bean extract. And the reason for mung bean is because it contains various compounds that inhibit monoamine oxidase B. And as you remember, that enzyme breaks down dopamine. So now you have tribulus that's breaking down serotonin and norepinephrine, right? It's inhibiting that. And now they combine it with a monoamine B inhibitor, so now you have more dopamine as well, giving you some more of that mental focus and happy mood boost as well. So you have the motivation to drive, and you have the mood boost at the same time. They use 250 milligrams, and as I mentioned, the components are monoamine oxidase B inhibitor. And so if you can see, like the isoviterex, which is one of the active ingredients in mung bean, the strength of inhibiting monoamine oxidase A was very weak, compared to the monoamine oxidase B inhibiting capacity, right? So it's very selective on monoamine B, which is what we want. Then lastly, they used cordyceps, a 10-to-1 extract, and they used 250 milligrams, giving you about 750 micrograms of cordycepin. Cordycepin is one of the active ingredients in cordyceps, which has been shown to increase testosterone. So cordycepin acts on the adenosine receptors, which then stimulates release of cyclic AMP, which then stimulates pKa, which then stimulates STAR pathway. And STAR is the rate-limited enzyme in steroidogenesis that transports cholesterol from outside the mitochondria to the inside of the mitochondria, where the cholesterol can then be converted into pregnenolone and eventually into testosterone. So cordycepin stimulates this whole steroidogenic pathway. And also, it has been shown that antagonism of the A1, A2A, and A3 adenosine receptors suppress testosterone production by 20 to 50%. Cordycepin, which acts on those receptors, stimulate the production of testosterone. So as you can see, this was a study that they gave these animals cordycepin, and here you can see the control group had a testosterone level of 2.88, whereas the cordycepin group had a testosterone level of 10.97. So it's almost like 5 times more. Now, also keep in mind that they used very high dose. They used like 40 milligrams per kilogram in these mice, which is much higher than the 750 micrograms of cordycepin that you're going to get from this product. So I'm not exactly sure how effective this cordyceps dose will be at increasing testosterone, but it might still have a beneficial effect. Cordyceps has also been shown to increase testosterone in mice after 3 and 5 days. At different doses, the first graph A is over 3 days, the graph B is over 7 days, and you can see that the 0.02 milligram per kilogram dose is just as effective as the 0.2 milligram per kilogram dose of cordyceps at increasing testosterone. But there are multiple studies in animals showing that cordyceps can increase testosterone. It has a steroidogenesis stimulating benefit. So is Tribugen a good product? Yes. Tribulus is great for increasing 5-DHEA and 5-alpha reductase. The wild yam extract contains the right dose for increasing DHEA and then also 5-alpha reductase, more DHT and free testosterone and anabolic. Then you have the fenugreek that takes the edge of the tribulus, so it's a nice balancing mood boost. And then also fenugreek can help to increase your testosterone as well. Fenugreek has also been shown to enhance exercise performance and be anabolic in humans. Then you have the mung bean extract, which is more there for the cognitive mood boost, uplifting benefit, so you can actually work and get stuff done, be in the mood to do the work that needs to be done. And then lastly, you have the cordyceps, which they put in for like some of the endurance capacity so that you can be more aerobically capable. And then cordyceps has also been shown to be a great adaptogen and can help to increase your testosterone. So chances are this product is pretty good at increasing your testosterone, DHEA, free testosterone, and DHT. I think this is an excellently formulated product, and the people that have used it say they really love the effects. So 5-star, double thumbs up for Tribugen. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful, and I will check you in the next one. Cheers, guys.